Hey there, people of the YouTube, how you doing? Hey, listen, we've got a really important announcement, so stay with us, all right? Have a little patience, and you'll get some really important news.
So what are we talking about then?
So what are we talking about then? Recently found something out. We owe our thanks to Jason Graham, who we met through the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Facebook group. We had noticed that our DM guide, after very limited use, had started kind of falling apart. You can see right here that the binding is kind of coming away like that. Well, apparently in printing there was like an entire batch of books that went awry. And so D&D will replace those. What you got to do is visit their website. There's going to be a link in the description down there. And they will want like a photograph of the book. They want the copyright page from it and reason why you want it replaced. And they'll just take care of it for you, apparently. We're about to check that out for ourselves, but other people have reported really good response from customer service on the Wizards of the Coast website. So definitely, if you've got a book that that's
mangled like that, then you can get it replaced. Pretty much free. So that's what
free.
Yeah, free. Yeah. It's worthwhile.
Yeah.
And they're $50.
Yeah, for $50.
It's pricey. I don't want it damaged.
Yeah. Yeah, and so a lot of people, what they're doing is they're taking their damaged books and like they're putting it in a 3-ring binder, and that's their like in-game notes. But they've got the new one for their personal use or on their shelf as their collector's item. And so you've got, you know, they don't even want the old book back. You get to keep the old book and the new one.
That's kind of good.
Yeah.
I like that. Thanks, Wizard.
So, yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks, the Wizard.
I thought we might like talk about the first game that we played together, because you and I met actually through a role-playing game.
Yeah, it wasn't D&D, but it was a custom game.
Yeah, homebrew.
GURPS or something, wasn't it?
It was. Was it GURPS?
I don't know.
I know it was it was a D20 system, and it was a homebrew that Bruce Whitten had come up with. Hey there, Bruce. And
shout out, boo.
And he had created a really unique campaign that was
on roleplay, if I remember rightly.
It was a heavy roleplay game. It was based on like the Lost World novels, kind of a thing.
So dinosaurs and spears and mud huts, all that sort of thing.
Yeah. We kind of fell through the Bermuda Triangle, and each of us were playing
a particular character. Basically
modern characters in a very survival sort of a setting.
Yeah, we were on an airline, weren't we? We just ended up flying through and crashing.
Kind of Lost-like. And,
that was interesting. I think my character was, or me and Dad's character were pretty interesting. Everyone else had like the standard like student or engineering background. I mean, your character was good.
Yeah, I was a linguist, a Japanese linguist who was serving as an intern translator. Yeah. She wanted to get into basically
it's a university or something, wasn't it?
Well, no, she'd already been to university. She knew like 5 languages, and she was going to be an interpreter, and she wanted to get into diplomatic relations and eventually work into the corporate world, working for a Western company who had dealings in Japan.
Right, that was it. Yeah.
So
a little bit different than my character.
A lot different than your character. Nobody really knew who his character was. Not really.
And that was the point, though. I was. My character was an English businessman on a business trip to wherever we were going. I had no idea where we were going because that wasn't actually my character. I was actually a hired assassin to go kill the general of some small country who lost a war against some rebellion in their country, and it just so happened this person was on the plane. Yeah,
played by his father,
which I didn't know at the time. So I had to
you didn't know who was supposed to assassinate?
My mission was to find who it is, who the general was, and then assassinate them. My first inkling was actually you. I thought you were the general.
Why?
Because you had brains.
Okay.
You were talking all this stuff. You had multiple languages. You knew how to do all this sort of thing. The time I suspected Dad, because I did find out who it was, is when he wandered off, caught some fish, and then came back.
Yeah, he was always like wandering off all by himself and like
doing
stuff.
Oh look, I found an axe.
Yeah.
Oh look,
here's the pistol. When did we find the laser gun? We found a laser rifle, and I think we were all together for that one.
No, we didn't find a laser rifle.
What was it? It was a space age weapon that shot energy beams, and I remember I was holding on to it because nobody trusted you two.
I thought we found an alien console, and you jacked into yourself to it, and that's where the alien.
Well, no, that was the whole end. But no, before that, we found these pylons. Remember, and we found an alien weaponry, and I
did not remember this.
Yeah, you. Oh man.
I mean, I was probably too busy trying to think up what I'm going to say to Dad because I knew who he was by this point, and I was like, all right.
Okay, you do remember the pylons, right?
No.
Okay, we went into the pylons.
Was I even
there?
And
we could control the weather with the pylons.
Oh, this was the alien computer terminal.
Well, no, because there was another place that was in the village that we had to go to in order for me to jack in.
You don't mean
there were like 5 different pylons, and each one opened to a different area, and we could travel that way from one.
It was like a weird alien console play, like a little room, wasn't it?
And then we had to figure out how to make the right portal open to where we wanted to get to.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, you do remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember any.
But you don't remember the rifle.
I don't think Dad even remembers the rifle.
Well, your dad's got a rotten memory to begin with.
So do I, but that's besides the point.
Honestly, there was an energy rifle, and nobody wanted either you or your dad to have it because neither of you were really trusted because you all kept going off by yourselves.
I didn't go off by myself. I stayed at the party the whole time.
Well, he kept going off by himself.
He kept going off, yeah.
And there was something fishy about you. I don't remember what it was.
It's because I'm so happy and very polite to everything, and I had a very spiffing suit, and I kept on kind of gripping into my jacket.
Oh, is that what it was?
Well, every time when I figured out who Dad was, every time he came nearby, I'd be crossing my hands and putting my hand in my jacket on a pistol that no one knew I had. It was a silenced pistol, and I only showed it at the end of the game when everyone was like, oh, they could escape or do a thing. I was like, okay, now's my chance. So I pulled out the pistol and put it to Dad's head. Remember that?
I do remember that.
And then I dropped the pistol and says, you know what, we're stuck here, but I'm not going to get paid for this, so yeah.
Yeah, we were totally stuck there. There was no way we were getting out unless one of us stayed behind permanently. And just in case we end up playing this game again, or we get Bruce to like guest host or something like that, I think maybe we'll just leave it at that.
I don't know. It's possible.
Because it could happen. I mean, he was really proud of this game, but I think he was surprised at how quickly we got through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the Velociraptors. That was scary.
Yeah, we were the smart ones who okay, well, let's stay away from the dinosaurs that want to eat us.
Yeah, so, oh, look, there's a building over there. Oh, it changes the weather, huh? That's pretty much it. And I'm just floating around like, oh, I'm a businessman. Oh, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good times.
So anyway, that was our first game that we played together.
Yeah.
And the rest is kind of history. Anyway, we've been playing together ever since. Yeah. Okay, so that announcement we were talking about now seems a pretty good time. Let's just forget Segway. Forget Segway altogether. No, speaking of role-playing games, we've got a big one coming up on April 1. No joke. So we've been announcing this already on Facebook. We've announced it on Twitter. We're announcing it here on YouTube. We're actually going to be streaming here on YouTube. And what it is, it's a benefit, a charity benefit for Friends for Life. This is a no-kill animal shelter here in Houston. The only one that what they do is they specialize in animals that would be considered unadoptable by traditional shelters. These are animals that as soon as, like the pound would get them, they would be put down. Either they're old or they may have health issues or they... Yeah, no, it's not it's the bulldogs that they have. Yeah,
okay.
That as soon as they were to get into a regular shelter, 75% of the animals they adopt would never have survived being taken to a normal shelter.
But Friends for Life do really good work, and they really do look after the little critters.
Well, the reason I found out about Friends for Life and the reason why we selected them as the beneficiary for our first charity stream is that a few years back we had found this cat that we had named Cabot.
Yeah.
Because she was always hanging around with Tenchi, he was kind of an indoor-outdoor kind of a guy. Mostly outdoor.
Yeah, he just used the house as a segue, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like a shortcut from the front yard to the backyard.
He did that a lot.
With a detour through the kitchen for some kibble.
Anyway.
So Cabot started hanging out with Tenchi. And then she got pregnant, and so immediately after she had the litter, unfortunately we weren't able to save the litter, but we got her fixed, and then we started looking for a way to place her with a family. And I tried for a couple of weeks on my own, then I discovered Friends for Life. And so
really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty much right away. And I contacted them. They gave her an examination. They gave her medication for some issues. They gave me some food to put her on so that she would get well. I had to keep her indoors. I had to get her shots. And I paid for her getting fixed. But other than that, they took care of all of her other medical needs.
Yeah, it was really good.
And what they do is they actually have a program where they interview the pet parents and make sure that it's that they're going to be responsible with the animal, and they can take the animal home on what's called a sleepover, and keep them for a day or a week or whatever, and if it's a really good fit and they feel like family, then they get to adopt the cat or the dog. And so it's a really great way to make sure that these animals are getting in good hands. They also have a lifetime guarantee on the animals. So if you take an animal home and then later on your situation changes, you loses your house, or you end up in a divorce, or or whatever, you can return the animal to Friends for Life and they will replace it, rehome it.
Yes.
So it really cuts down on the number of animals that are just abandoned.
Yeah. So we should probably talk about what we're actually doing to raise money. Yeah.
So we've got a live stream coming up.
Yep.
We're going to be playing April 1st. We are going to be playing.
She's so excited.
From 11 a.m. Central until 5 p.m. Central. Game that kind of a homebrew of mine that I developed for the D&D 5e rule set.
It's there's a lot of detail written in there. Yeah.
The campaign is written for characters that are all cats and dogs.
Yeah.
So we got 2 cats, we got 2 dogs.
See the connection that we're doing there?
And this is going to be in kind of a modern fairy tale setting. For comparison, you could use Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
It's going to be gritty. It's going to be dark. It's going to be
fun.
Scary.
Lots of story. Lots of role playing. Probably a lot of silliness.
Knowing our group.
Knowing our players, we've been speaking to them for about a couple of months now, haven't we? Getting prepared for this.
Getting ready. They've got their characters all set up. It's going to be a really fun time, and it's going to be right here on YouTube.
Yep. So you don't have to go anywhere special. It's going to be here. It's going to pop up. Nice big live logo.
Now, we are also having contests that day.
Oh, yes.
One of them, for example, we have our new mascot on display right here. We have t-shirts with our mascot on it. But this poor little dragon does not have a name yet. And we're counting on you guys to give the dragon a name. The best name will be chosen from those that are put forward by our players. Did you know that part?
No, I just thought everyone could put in a name in the chat. That's all I know.
Everyone could put in a name in the chat, but
the players choose.
But I want the players to choose the name.
So you've got to
appeal to these 4 people.
Mm-hmm. If you want to do some research, do you want to tell them who our players are so they can do research so they can get the name chosen?
Well, I don't know.
That?
I think I want to leave that for the stream because some we have played before, others we have not. So, so I wouldn't even know, for example, how to appeal to David. Because I've never played.
I like how you
with
said,
him.
I'm going to keep it a mystery, then you spat out the name.
Do you know how common the name David is? That's not going to tell nobody nothing.
But yeah, we're gonna raise money for Friends for Life, and the way you can do it is t-shirt, competitions, donations.
Now, yeah, you can purchase a t-shirt. Any profits we would have received from that t-shirt are instead going to go to Friends for Life.
Indeed.
There will be a link in the chat in the
description during the stream. Yeah.
In the stream. That you can click to donate to Friends for Life directly.
Yep.
And also, anyone who subscribes to us on Patreon, anyone who becomes a patron on that day, their first month's pledge goes to Friends for Life.
Yeah. We're going to try and get as much cash as we can.
Flowing that way.
Yeah.
And, you know, the added benefit to doing the Patreon thing is not only are you helping us support Friends for Life, but you're also supporting us so that we can deliver great products.
Yeah.
So...
And more chat.
And more content. Yeah.
We were doing good and stuff.
Yeah.
Competitions.
The other...
Other competitions.
The other competition... Well, it's not so much a competition as it is a drawing.
Oh, yeah, raffle, yeah.
So, I've got a Microsoft Surface.
Mm-hmm.
This is a similar device to what I use to do all of the paintings that you've been seeing lately.
Yep.
And it's ready to find a home.
Yeah.
And we want to draw one of the people in our chat room at the stream to receive it.
Yeah.
So it's now, this isn't a full-on laptop sort of a thing, but it would be great for things like keeping your manuals, your soft copy of your manuals in, keeping track of your characters. If you like to paint, it's got fresh paint on it. It's a really great device to use for digital art.
Yeah.
And looking up things on the web, anything that you need to do on the internet, it can pretty much do.
And if you want to enter the competition, all you got to do is be active in the chat during the stream. Which person?
No, that's not. No. That's not.
Oh, you changed it.
No,
okay.
I didn't change it. You're just spewing out bollocks. It's just okay. So I thought you said it wasn't swearing.
It's not for me. It might be for someone else.
Okay. First of all, be following us. You can follow us on Twitter. You can be following us on Facebook, or you can be following us on YouTube. Okay. You must be following us somewhere in order to qualify.
Yeah, and I'll be keeping tabs on that as well during the time.
The other thing you have to do to qualify is share the event. Mm-hmm. Retweet the announcement on Twitter or with a hashtag. What hashtag?
Hashtag Jaws of Death.
Hashtag Jaws of Death.
That's the name of the game.
That's the name of the that's the name of the campaign.
We're not trying to be gross or nothing. I
told you it was going to be dark.
Maybe we should change it to something else, maybe.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't use hashtag Jaws of Death.
No. We're gonna have a hashtag.
There will be a hashtag.
There we go. So you can use it on Facebook, Twitter, tag it, share it.
Hashtag.
We don't have to think of it now. If you've got suggestions, put it in the comments below.
No, because that'll get confusing.
Why?
The people will start hashtagging all the stuff in the comments, and I don't know which hashtag to use, so I'm just going to use all of them.
What, you can't decide?
Okay, so no, that's not going to work either. I was going to say hashtag save the furries, but
I think people might get a different
wrong idea.
We'll come up with one. We'll let you guys know on a multitude of social media to get on that. What, you do social media? It's your thing. You're still thinking, aren't you?
Yes.
We don't have to think of it now. We really don't. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, okay. So, be following us. Tell other people about the live stream event, one way or another. And be present for the live stream.
Yeah, please.
So if you
She's
do
so
those,
excited.
if you do those 3 things, you could end up with a free Microsoft Surface, no strings attached. Like, well, I guess those are like 3 strings, but
should I go grab it to show it off?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so here it is. It's a Microsoft Surface. It will store your character sheets. It'll store your PDF files with your manuals on it. It will go on the internet and look stuff up for you, and it will do fresh paint, like what I use for the character drawings and stuff that you've been seeing.
Yes.
So, follow us somewhere.
Yep.
Share the event, and be there in the stream, and this could be yours.
Yeah. I think we're done, aren't we?
Yeah, we're done. We are done. We're doing it again with the whole. We got to the end. Now what?
Well, how do you end things?
How do I end things?
I mean, do I need explosions?
I don't end things. I don't end things. The story never ends.
Should I get a unicorn to fly in? Some explosions?
You said you didn't have time for editing.
I don't, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Bye, guys.